It's been a while now since we wanted to take a break from ECQ, MECQ, GCQ, or whatever the case may be. Thus, we decided to revisit a place nearby, Subic. To avoid confusion, especially for travelers alike, let me shed some light. Here are the latest guidelines from IATF as of June 2021. They allow leisure travel for all ages from the NCR Plus bubble to areas under MGCQ starting June. Travelers below 18 and above 65 years old shall be subject to RT-PCR test before travel. Point-to-point travel only. However, you have to confirm from respective LGUs and establishments where you are planning to go. Updates are usually on their website or Facebook page. In the case of Subic, they allow tourists from NCR bubble like ourselves. No documents and additional requirements needed as long as you're 18 to 65 years old. For complete details, link in the description box below. Here's a brief timeline of Subic Bay Freeport Zone. In the 1800s, Spain discovered Subic Bay and built a naval fortress. The US Navy then took over in the 1900s, making it a repair and supply depot. After almost 90 years as an American military facility, the Philippines finally took control in 1992, creating the governing body SBMA, or Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority. They developed the 670 square kilometer Subic Special Economic Zone into a self-sustaining industrial and commercial center. Along with that, a number of residential areas are sitting at the heart of this location. In fact, we found one Airbnb that's very unique, situated in a quiet and peaceful community, the Nest by the Sea. They have several listings, but we found one that really stood out from the rest, the Mango Nest Hut. It's located at the backyard of the main house. It's an A-frame structure mainly made out of local materials like bamboo, wood, and nipa. Very practical and ideal in this tropical country. It's the first A-frame design I've seen here in the Philippines. It's very well made. It has 2 rattan chairs outside where you can chill, read a book, and have a dose of coffee. However, insects made their presence felt as mentioned in the description, so take note of that. Make sure to close the door. Once you get inside the hut, it's surprisingly spacious, contrary to what you see on the exterior. So for those claustrophobic people out there, worry not. Ceiling fan and AC unit come standard. Lights on both sides. On your left hand side table, you have the manual containing all the necessary information like Wi-Fi, which is fast and stable by the way, water, supplies, food delivery, etc. Description is very accurate. You can think of anything to ask. They also have a guest book where you can write your review or experience during your stay. On the other side, outlet extension cord, insect killer lamp, kettle, and nightlight were provided as well. Clothes stand rack, portable vacuum, and fire extinguisher for emergency. Last but not the least, the bed, where the magic happens. It's surprisingly comfortable. We had a good night's rest despite hearing different animal sounds during the night, which is a breath of fresh air. Waking up to this view is very refreshing. You'll be greeted with nature and clean air. Couldn't ask for more. Toilet and bath is located inside the main house, so you have to walk a couple of steps to do your business with nature. It may be cumbersome, especially if it rains or you feel like peeing in the middle of the night. I personally don't mind. Nonetheless, the simple raw design and cleanliness definitely make up for it. Tiny house inspired, but still a good sized toilet and bath. We were able to book this with a total price of around 2K per night. Here are the rest of Tamara's listings. Highly recommended. We also discovered and tried a couple of cafes and resto. First is Visionary Cafe. Cozy space and great ambiance. Delectable food selection, and of course, coffee. We ordered the classics for that good old Filipino breakfast, tocino and tapa. Food was good, but a bit pricey. Our activity for the day was to go to Inflatable Island PH and spend the rest of our time there. No requirements needed here as well. You can book your tickets on their official website or message them on FB Messenger for promos. They claim to be the biggest inflatable playground in Asia. I've been here before, but this is the first time for my wife. We got to enjoy the place since there were only limited people present in the area. Finally, vitamin C and beach. Thank God the weather was on our side despite the cloudy and rainy forecast. In fact, Mr. Sun was out and about. After our time at the beach, our bellies were starving and shouting for grilled liampo and seafood. We ended up eating at Zugba Grill. We have a very Pinoy palate, so it was a no-brainer for us. Food was great and cravings were satisfied. Before we head home, we were able to drop by at this cafe for our last stop. It's called the Holy Grounds Coffee House. Huge and modern space, ample parking in this corner lot as well. Everything is faith-inspired, from the menu, music, and quotes you can see all around. We tried their best sellers. I had a waffle sandwich while my wife chose chicken adobo, and it didn't disappoint. Price a bit expensive though, as expected. Lastly, everything is cheaper here in Subic, from gas to food, retail, and merchandise. So while you are at it, better do your grocery run and shopping, plus fill up your gas tank to full. Now back to reality. Looking forward to travel again sooner than later. Peace out, everyone.